What's up, everybody, and welcome into the 14th episode of Sports Talk with me, your girl, Whitney B. This is season 2, episode 14. Y'all, some big sports news dropped today. It's been a lot going on since we last talked. I'm excited. I want to shout my baby out. Let me do all of that in the show, y'all. Without further ado, let's get this show started. Yes, y'all. I am so excited. I'm excited for Tom Brady that dropped today. I want to talk about that. But furthermore, let me congratulate my baby. Y'all, my baby did her thing yesterday at her track meet, right? Like, I haven't even been feeling the best. Didn't even want to get up and have to go out there. I don't know if I put a battery in that baby back or she put a battery in her own back. But when she jumped over them hurdles, I was like, oh my God, like it almost reminded me of when I first, like I did hurdles too back when I ran track, but I was like super in my head at first. And then once I had like my breakout performance, and then after that it's just, I never looked back. I really hope that this was that moment for my daughter. Like I know she's still being her head a little bit. But my God, if you follow me on social media at my Whitney B, I did post a video. I'm gonna post it again though because it's probably about to expire, and I'm so proud of my baby. I'm just gonna keep posting it. So congratulations again, baby. I'm proud of you. So let's start with the Tom Brady deal, y'all. Tom Brady is just never going to lose. Like, okay, so he did lose in the playoffs to Matthew Stafford. Boom, we know the story. Did not make it to the Super Bowl. LA won. Congratulations again to Stafford. Everybody has this consensus that Stafford ended Tom Brady's career, but I really just think it was time for him to go. But furthermore, I was kind of sad, like, oh my God, I'm not ready to see Tom Brady retire. And what's next for, the Hall of Famer quarterback? Like, we already know he going to the Hall of Fame. In Tom Brady's time, y'all, just alone, in his 20, I believe this is going to be his 23rd season, maybe. But he's like still number one. Like he's the leader in career passing yards with like 84,000. He's like at maybe 84,000, a little over 84,500. Touchdown passes was 624. And he just have a career high. He's leading the NFL in career yards anyway. So he's gonna retire whenever with a bomb deal. I mean with a bomb record. But he retired earlier this year, and then in March sometime he came back out like, psych, I'm not retiring. And then I reported not too long ago, a few weeks ago, that the head coach, Bruce Arians, is stepping down. He's retiring. And it was that's the reason why Tom was coming back, because he did not want to leave the team in shambles. And I guess they felt like one of them needed to be there. And Tom was like, hey, I'm going to do it. So, y'all, this is where Tom is winning, though. Immediately following his career, they never said when. They didn't say next year. They didn't say the year after that. So we don't know what Tom told them. But as soon as Tom is done as a Buccaneer quarterback, he will be a Fox Sports lead analyst. He has signed a deal for $370 million for 10 years with Fox Sports. What? Like, I said Tom. Okay, when I had first started seeing the reports, I was like, ooh, okay. Tom Brady going to Fox Sports. I don't know how I feel about that in my own bias. I love CBS. I watch CBS News and everything, and I love them with CBS Sports. But I do watch Fox because that's this channel the Lions come on. So I'm like, okay, we'll be seeing a little bit of Tom Brady more and more. I felt like that too with Drew Brees. I was happy that he ended up in with NBC. But anywho, when I saw the tweet, I was like, what? So Fox Sports tweeted out, "We are pleased to announce that immediately following his planned career, seven-time Super Bowl champion Tom Brady will be joining us joining us at Fox Sports as our lead analyst. Over the course of this long-term agreement, Tom will not only call our biggest NFL games with Kevin B, but he'll also serve as an ambassador for us, particularly with the respects to client and promotional initiatives. We are delighted that Tom has committed to joining the Fox team and wish him all the best during this upcoming season." I'm like, so is Tom retiring next year? Like, just let us know, Tom, because at this point, he's getting quarterback money to not be the quarterback anymore. Like, this man continues to win. Congratulations. Some people was reporting he was going to get some chump change, but nah, Tom is literally making like $37.5 million a year, $375 million for 10 years. Like, man, let me just touch the hem of his garment. Come on, like, woo. The man is a winner. And this is the thing, because I had seen, some comments. They was like, he just going to continue to be Peyton Manning. I like Peyton Manning. I'm not such an Eli Manning fan. I don't even think it has anything to do with the fact that he beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl twice. I just don't like Eli. I don't. Peyton, however, love him. Hated the Monday Night Football, whatever they had going on, and I was just so mad when they was like, yeah, they might come back with it. No, like, we don't need that. We don't need that. But he really is winning over Peyton though, because $375 million. And then I don't know. Like, Tom Brady just really slid in at the top. Like, I don't know. Okay, I guess the comments are right. I'm trying to, smooth it over for Peyton Manning, but you know what? Congratulations. I'm shocked still. Like, I did not expect this for him. I honestly thought he would become like a quarterback coach, a head coach or something like this. I did not think he would. Well, he's kind of not leaving the game because he'll still be like the lead analyst for football and stuff like that with Fox. But I thought he would play a more active role in the NFL as a coach in some kind of capacity. So, way to prove me wrong, Tom. Go ahead. CBS also announced today, y'all, that they have a special Christmas game. I believe it said it was going to stream exclusively on Paramount Plus, the streaming platform for CBS, and it's going to be LA versus Denver. I'm excited to see that game. Why? Because I love Matthew Stafford still, the reigning Super Bowl champ. And then you have the Broncos with Russell Wilson. So they was talking about this, and y'all catch this because I thought this was an interesting way to put it. So 2020, I would say, I guess that would be the 2020 season. Tom Brady left the Patriots, went over to Tampa Bay, won the Super Bowl. Congratulations. Next season, Matthew Stafford moves over from Detroit to LA, win the Super Bowl. Congratulations. So if history is repeating itself, well, football history is repeating itself. Who do you think will win this year? Now, the guy was talking about it. He said Matt Ryan over in Indy, which, okay, is good. Jonathan Taylor, Matt Ryan, boo. But if I had to say a quarterback that would move over from their long-term home to a new team that may have the opportunity to win, it would be Russell Wilson. Now, the AFC period is crazy. Like, I am kind of glad that we're in the NFC, the Lions, because we have time to get there. It's not as tight. But the AFC, them quarterbacks, them teams over there, whew. But I was like, you know what? Interesting. So, will Matthew Stafford go back to back? Who knows? Like the way LA is picking up free agents and everything they doing. I don't even know where they're getting cap space from. Like I don't know. I don't at this point where they're getting the money from or what are they doing. It's working for them over there, and they may go back for a second time. But if we were just to play devil's advocate and, you know, okay, new quarterback, new team, you know, Super Bowl, I would put my money on Russell Wilson in Denver before I put a hard thought on Matt Ryan and Indianapolis. And I'm not trying to hate on Matt Ryan because at the end of the day, it reminds me a lot of Matthew Stafford's time here in Detroit, his time there in Atlanta. I just I think he lacks confidence. If I was going to be honest, like Matt Ryan, I think after so long, his confidence just is lacking. That's all I can say. Hopefully, something different is happening for him in Indianapolis. I don't know, but I don't see him taking it to the house. I just thought it was an interesting conversation that they were having on CBS News this morning. I was like, I'm going to share that on my show. And I'm probably going to make a poll. So y'all, let me know if you think Matt Ryan or Russell Wilson have a chance or if it won't be either one of them. So I'm going to do the poll. Y'all, if y'all listening on Spotify, my poll is always on Spotify. So head over to Spotify. You don't even have to be on Spotify to answer the poll. Just go to Spotify, search Sports Talk with Whitney B. Hit the story. My show. The poll should come up for you. Answer the poll. Let me know what you think. If you don't want to go that route, go ahead and email me. Go through the website, mywhitneyb.com. You can go through my contact form. Or for everybody who knows how to get in contact with me, go ahead. You can also text me at 989-272-3311. Again, that's 989-272-3311. Let me know what you think about that because this is really interesting. And this is something that we can all follow as we go through the season because I would love to continue to be right. I've been hitting on my draft picks, y'all. I'm still on 10 about that too. I said I would be mentioning it a lot. This the first time this time. So I'm not even doing that bad. But I would love to keep hitting on what I think. And my prediction, if it's going to be new quarterback, new team, Super Bowl, is going to be Russell Wilson over Matt Ryan. Anywho, moving along to some not so good news. We'll go here. Former Spartan Adrian Payne was actually killed in Florida. He was gunned down in Florida. The good part about that is the suspect stayed at the scene, so he has been arrested. A 29-year-old young man, it said. Payne, he used to play for Tom Izzo. Then he was drafted into the NBA. He played for a few teams. I believe Minnesota might have been one of them. I believe he played for 3 teams in the NBA. I really wasn't I'm still not a big NBA fan, but I do watch more and listen to more now that I talk about it on my show. But I wasn't much of a fan or let alone a watcher when he was in the league. And then he went from there overseas to play in Greece, where there he won a GSL championship as well as a Greek Cup. So Payne did have a great career, and the news really hit a lot of people here in Michigan hard because he's like a hometown hero, especially when the team honored the young fan who had cancer who passed away at 8. Even now, the pictures that they post of him, a lot of them is the picture of him and her at the game when he was cutting down the net and passing it to her. So I think it's just, gun violence is really crazy. And again, I was watching the news. I do really have a life outside of news. I do. Sports and news is my favorite though. But other than that, it was saying like COVID is not even taking up hospital space anymore. It's gun violence, like people getting shot coming to the hospital now. And I was like, what? Like, where are they getting this data from? That is crazy. It's not that I don't believe it. You should not believe everything you see on the news or hear on the news, because sometimes, opinions could be biased, and a lot of times you should do deeper research anyway, because they only have so long to get out a small message, with a bigger meaning. So I did my own little research, and I was like, oh, people, really out here crazy. And then to me, as a logical thinker, I'm like, gas is high. Chicken is high. Like, why the hell is people wasting bullets? Like, what are we doing here? So I don't know. I just can't believe this is really happening. And then it's happening to people like that's innocent, like that don't deserve to be, treated this way. And I'm not even saying anybody should be gunned down or shot or whatever, but it's just sad, it's people going out like this, now you have a family grieving, you have a whole community grieving, the Spartans, former teammates across the NBA and all over, tweeted and, put out words on social media about how genuine and smart and funny and fun, Adrian was. And unfortunately, it's all of these people affected, as well as the suspect's family, because this is another person who's going to be gone away. So essentially that's another life lost. This is a young man. He was younger than Adrian, probably had a life ahead of himself. We don't know what happened, but at the end of the day, it's unfortunate. And it's going to be sad in the sports world for a little bit. So I do want to send out condolences to his family, his friends, his loved ones, all of the former Spartans and the Spartans there now, especially his former coach, Tom Izzo. Izzo is very passionate about his players, former players and present players. So I really was sad to read that news yesterday, but hopefully, I'm just hoping this ends sooner than later. I mean, I thought it was a shortage on bullets too, but who knows? I don't. Anywho, y'all, moving on to some more crazy but not so sad. No, you know what? Let's stay on the sad news, because I don't want to go up and then back down. What the hell is going on with the Detroit Tigers? Like, okay, so I talked some junk. I talked, the Tigers gonna do it. Opening day was coming up. I did my show. We was just excited, This the Tigers' year. Miggy, he did his 3,000 home run. We've had some highs this season, but according in 28 games, the Tigers have only won 8. Okay, I can barely even talk. I don't even know where I want to go with this. Like, okay, so finally we get good pitchers. And, when y'all get up there to bat, what do they need? Some glasses? Do they need to paint the ball pink? What should we do here to make this a better sport? Like, and how are y'all getting paid all this money to miss the ball? Like, I don't know. And then I be wanting to call my sister-in-law, because she loved baseball. And I know she probably is over it as well. I'm telling y'all, we trying to get to some games, and I don't even know if I'm not trying to go and see them lose. I don't know. I don't even want to sit here now and count them out. I don't. But, what the hell? Like, what are we to do here? Like, what? I don't know. I am going to write them. Like, maybe they should paint the ball pink. Like, is that illegal? What can we do to make the team better? Because this not the same team, can't be, that we thought was going into this season damn near at the top of their division. Like, what? Whew. I don't know, y'all. Like, you know what? Boom. We gonna just put a lid on it right there. I'm gonna pray for AJ Hinch, because how you gonna be such a good manager and this team is like choking? And it would suck if Like everything, and I don't even want to be like, oh, his career is going to be tarnished because he's going to go out a loser. Because I think his career was already tarnished with all that scandal stuff. But I don't know. Let's put a lid on it there. Hopefully they come back better because this is just as stressful even thinking about it. Playoff basketball is boring too. And I had so many expectations because of playoff football this year. It was just like nail biting, jaw dropping excellence. And of course, it's not the same. Like, they're not playing like, oh, all these series, They probably be banged up if they did football like basketball, but it's still like boring. Golden State and Memphis was kind of like good at first because I'm like, oh my God, Memphis might actually. Nope, I take that back. Golden State probably about to just win this last one tomorrow anyway, and that series gonna be over. Boston and Milwaukee is decent. Like, I mean, if I don't watch the game and just watch the highlights, I swear to God, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I missed anything. I was interested, because like Giannis used to be so, like, I don't know, I want to say polite, but that's not the word I'm looking for. He was just shy, I guess, like a little timid. He did his thing. He would talk to the press if he needed to, and that was it. Giannis be out there taunting now. He be doing this little trash talking stuff. I be like, look at him. He's coming into himself now, and I honestly think they're gonna go back all the way. The series for Boston and Milwaukee is tied 2-2 right now. Although Milwaukee is missing Chris Middleton, I oh my God, and I think it's just so hard. I think they're gonna win though. Boston seems more complete, but I think Milwaukee is just gonna pull it off. They always seem to do. They did last season too. Win all the way. I can't see Boston winning though. I just can't. Philadelphia versus Miami, snooze fest. That series is at 2-2 too. I mean, what James Harden is gonna show up? I don't know. I think Philadelphia beats Miami, but I don't think they beat Milwaukee. I don't think they beat Milwaukee or Boston. So whoever ends up coming out of that series between them is going to go to the championship, which I think is going to be Milwaukee and Golden State. I've been saying that since we started talking about this, but I don't always talk about basketball, so maybe that was like 3 or 4 episodes ago. Dallas versus Phoenix, snooze fest. Kinda. Congratulations to Luka. MVP again. I'm sorry. I'm losing my train of thought here. I guess I'm losing my train of thought because when I think of Dallas and Phoenix, it goes back to this whole Chris Paul situation. But snooze fest, we'll get there in a minute. They're tied at 2-2 as well. See, this is where I'm kind of confused because even though I think Phoenix is going to come out, Dallas is balling. Of all of the games left, that is the one series that is it's the least easy for me to pick. If I had to just say it, it would be Phoenix. But I can see Dallas like sneaking in. I really think the Western Conference Finals is going to be Golden State versus Phoenix, which I think is going to literally go down to the last minute. Like the last game, last everything is going to probably see who wins the West. When it comes to the East, it's going to be a sweep. If it's Boston versus Philly or Milwaukee versus Philly, it's going to be a sweep. Snooze fest for that. But where I was more like irritated with Dallas versus Phoenix is over the weekend on Mother's Day. Chris Paul, wife and mom was attacked. Okay, so this is what came out. Chris Paul was going in because a fan pushed his wife and his mother at the Dallas game. It was an away game, and the fan said attacked them or whatever. So You see the clip? I saw the clip. Oh, Chris Paul telling them, "I see you, I see you, I see you," and everybody like, "Oh, I hope they don't find him," because he came out and he was like, they be finding people for that, the players and stuff, but they don't like really do nothing to um the fans. So next day, Monday come, they say the fans was banned from the arena until 2023 for giving Chris Paul's wife and mother an unwarranted hug. What the hell is that? What is an unwarranted hug? First off, this is COVID. So every hug should be unwarranted. You know what I'm saying? Like, you literally don't be my friend, my long lost cousin, and none of that. Like, girl, elbow bump, fist bump, whatever we gonna do here. So, for one, if we doing unwarranted hugs, whatever you can call that. As a stranger to another stranger, don't touch me. Because they wouldn't have wanted Chris Paul's wife or mama to just walk up to them and hug them. So that was crazy that they tried to spin it like that there in Dallas. Like, no, that's some BS. For one. For two, what do they mean? 1 year ban till 2020. First off, 2023 is in like a few months. So you banned them from the arena for a few months, and then it didn't even say they were fined. Like, how do y'all fine players for things like this, but don't fine fans? And then you banned the fan from the arena until 20. So what, do they come back next year and try to unwarranted hug on somebody else? Like, that's crazy. And it is crazy because we got to remember that these are athletes, but they're also people who will put their hands on you. Like, you don't touch nobody's family. Their mother and their wife. Like, to a man, a married man, a happily married man, his mother and his wife is like gold. You know what I'm saying? To let it have been his mama, his wife, and his daughter, he probably would have ended the whole thing. But it's just a simple fact, like, what? And then y'all come out and instead of, he didn't attack them, it was an unwarranted hug. Like, unwarranted hug. It doesn't even make sense. Y'all could be excited. Y'all see these people out here, these entertainers and athletes and all of this, and y'all be wanting to hug them and touch them. And keep your hands to yourself. If you a lover, if you know you are a physical toucher type person, put your hands in your pockets or something. You got to have respect for these people the same way you want them to have respect for you and your loved ones. Because it couldn't be with B. It couldn't be me. I don't even like people talking to my husband in line for real at the supermarket. For one, we bag enough stuff. And let me let y'all know, by no means am I insecure at all. I'm very solid in what I have going on. But some of these people will push you to the limit to see just how far they can go. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you still live over here in such and such. Like, don't worry about where he lives, sis. Don't do that. Because you're not coming over. So that ain't none of your damn business. You need to be making sure they're not overcharging you for these tomatoes. Instead, you trying to figure out where he live. Don't do that. And then you got the people who just come up to you and want to, no, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Then you got people, oh, well, he got to expect for people to be crazy. This is not your home arena. And fans will get beat up. Like, fans should not get crazy. Like, you're here to watch a game. It's a difference between we all in the arena. They just whatever people do to, the crowd can go crazy. At that very point, we all in the circle slapping five and we excited. Ain't nobody thinking about COVID at that point. It is what it is. This is cool. Don't just walk up to me or my mama or my husband or my daughter or anybody. Not even my damn dog. You don't even need to pet my dog because you don't even know if the dog is friendly or not. You can't just be walking up to people touching them. So if y'all don't take anything away from this show, number one, Tom Brady is going to win forever. And number two, Keep your god dang hands to yourself. And I'm out.